And the moment everyone has been waiting for, what breed is my new horse? Thank you to Tasmanian Horse Transport to bring our little Arwen up from Tasmania all the way to Queensland. Trucks don't make it up my driveway, cars and floats barely do, so I had to lead her out the window. And here she is. She's a 15-2 Frisian cross thoroughbred, which made her eligible to be registered as a Frisian warm blood. So I'm hoping she's the right mix of hot and cold to make the perfect dressage horse. She's a little bit snotty, but yeah, if you want to see me training her up in dressage all the way up to as high as we can go, follow.
So I am looking for a new horse.
So I found a horse. He's coming from Ireland. I will put in a pic now. Here he is, the lovely Finn. He is 4-year-old Connemara and he is coming from Ireland. So I actually bought him blind. I've not met him yet, but I'm just so excited. The stuff I've seen of him is incredible. He is really green, obviously, but he just looks so sweet. And I'm just so excited to get him home and just see what he's like. So over the next couple of weeks, I will be getting his stable ready and I'll just share the process with you guys and obviously let you know when he's arrived and just keep you updated.
Bon les gars, j'ai acheté une 4 ans. Alors je sais, c'était absolument pas ce qui était prévu et c'était absolument pas ce que je cherchais. Mais à force d'essayer des chevaux, je me suis rendu compte que en fait le plus simple était d'aller sur un jeune cheval. Certes, ça allait être plus long et peut-être parfois moins amusant, mais au final, j'allais être gagnante sur le long terme. Et surtout, il y a un truc que je vous ai jamais dit, parce que je m'en étais jamais vraiment rendu compte, mais en fait, j'adore les jeunes chevaux. Je suis donc allée essayer cette jument de 4 ans du nom de Jenka. Et j'ai vraiment adoré les sensations que j'avais sous ma selle. C'est une jument qui est vraiment adorable, qui est vraiment facile alors qu'elle n'a que 2 mois de travail et qui montre de réelles qualités à l'obstacle. Donc ni une ni deux, j'ai fait une visite vétérinaire, la visite était bonne et me voilà donc propriétaire d'une jument de 4 ans. Alors ça fait maintenant 3-4 jours qu'elle est arrivée à la maison, on n'a constaté aucun vice caché ou autre, donc normalement la jument ne repartira pas. Dès le début, on s'est assuré de lui apporter un maximum de soins, c'est-à-dire qu'on a fait une communication animale avant que la jument arrive aux écuries pour qu'elle sache où elle allait. Et quant à moi, j'ai fait venir une masseuse qui travaille autant sur la partie du corps que, on va dire, sur les énergies, tout ça, pour lui permettre de l'aider parce qu'elle a notamment eu pas mal de croissance dernièrement, etc. Et j'ai même un peu monté dessus, alors je fais beaucoup de travail très tranquille parce que pour les jeunes chevaux, c'est beaucoup de changements et je suis pas vraiment pressée de sauter tout de suite, mais ça va pas tarder non plus. En tout cas, j'ai vraiment hâte de vous la montrer au travail et de vous partager le travail que je fais avec un jeune cheval.
Ich nehme euch jetzt auf eine ganz besondere Fahrt mit, denn wir kaufen vielleicht noch ein Pferd, einen kleinen Quarterhorse-Hengst schauen wir uns an und ich nehme euch mit. Drei Tage sind vergangen, unsere Entscheidung ist gefallen und wir werden den kleinen Summer jetzt abholen. Da hat er auch so achtlos. Hey Summer, holen dich jetzt ab. Na, Babyface? Good boy.
Versuch mit weg. Oh, Baby.
All the girls and the children. Oh.
Hola Summer. Lasst uns Takoma und Summer mal begrüßen.
We might have done a thing and we might have bought a pony completely unseen, and she is coming today. So we went to Lee Feeds to get everything for her because she's going to be Charlie's first pony. Now, none of questions, I don't think, realise how expensive everything actually is. So we just went round obviously picking everything up, and I told Charlie what she needed, but I did tell her, keep in mind that the price
is gonna shock you. So we made sure to get her the best feeds because she isn't in the best condition. She is not a rescue case, but she's not come from like the most amazing place. So we got everything that Charlie's gonna need for her first pony, and now it's time to find out the total price.
211.76 actually.
Bit of an expensive day for Charles, but oh well, it's done now. The next problem was getting everything in this convertible. It's definitely never been used as a farm car before, but I've told her it's something she's gonna have to get used to now. We fully thought we were gonna have to make 2 trips. However, to our surprise, the Audi actually came through. We just had to shove everything in. I think this is the most weight that the car had ever actually had. This is literally proof that any car can be a farm car if you're not bothered about it getting dirty. The real question was whether the roof was going to close now though with the bins because it was literally raining and I didn't fancy getting soaked the whole way back, but it did shut to our surprise. Bit of a tight squeeze, but we was on the way back to the yard because the pony was literally going to be arriving in like half an hour. So we filled up all the feed bins. We got some Ulcerkine pink mash and Alfred oil chaff to hopefully put some weight on it. Part 2 is coming soon.
The day is finally here. I'm picking up my new pony. I bet you guys think I get a new pony all the time. I promise I don't. I have waited ages to find the right ridden pony and I think I've finally found him. If you watch my shopping haul, here's everything that I got put up in this stable. We're going with the blue theme, but please do ignore the walls, okay? They're not going to be left like that. Once everything on the yard was done, we packed up the horse box and got ready to leave. We had about an hour's trip, so we set off pretty early. Of course, had to get a Mackey's breakfast because we were literally starving. It feels like ages since we've picked a pony up and we forgot what it's like having to drive down sketchy roads, and we were both looking at this hill thinking, oh my god, we've got to get back up this with a huge horse on the back. Anyway, here he is. If you watch my vlog of me going to try him, then you've already seen him, but here he is again. We got him loaded up. He was such a good boy and thank god he fits in our little box. I was actually quite worried. An hour and a bit later, we arrived at his new home. Isn't he just absolutely beautiful? I always get Mike to lead whenever I'm making TikToks so that I can get a good video because I don't trust him to get a good video. I am absolutely made up with him. So he's a 7-year-old Section D stallion, but he's just really been left immature. He's not had a lot done with him. He has the most beautiful head and such a nice temperament. However, I am so going to have to get used to these stallion minis because they are literally something else. Like, oh my god. I've had plenty of colts, but I've never had a Section D stallion. I spent the rest of the day at the yard with him and he settled in great. I can't wait to get my hands on that mane. It's looking a bit feral. I'm hoping to get on him tomorrow, so I will make more videos. Let me know what you guys think of him in the comments. I'm absolutely made up with him and excited to see how we get on.
Come with us to a horse auction. Little spoiler, we actually ended up buying something. So wait till the end to see what we bought. So the sale was in South Wales. It's one that I went to 3 years ago and I ended up getting Avril, which there's some more videos about her further down. There was literally foals walking around the car park on their own. And these were the Shetlands, these were a few other ponies. Honestly, this sale always makes me cry. I wanted to get these so bad. That little grey was only 3 years old. And these are all just like crammed in. It really makes me sad. So there were so many that I would have loved to take home. Also, look at this little foal. It was honestly only like a few days old. And this guy, like, I don't know where he went because we missed that. I'll stop talking so you can listen for a minute.
Oh, again, the sweet little delicate miniature cold foal. We're underneath in hard food. There we go, 3.
So we was watching everything go through. And then we saw that Rocky's half-brother went through and Mike shoved my hand up last minute. Now, in our defence, he was going to go to a really bad dealer, which you'll know if you've seen the video about Nova and Doreen. I actually filmed where these would have ended up going. And honestly, I've been there and it's really not a nice place. So we felt really sorry for him. All of his brothers, unfortunately, ended up going there, which breaks our heart. But this one hit a bit close home because he was one of our pony's half-brothers. So, yep, we ended up with him. We went to pick him out. He was honestly so cute. And once we got him in the box, we actually realised he'd banged his eye, bless him. And you can't see it in these clips, but he actually really struggled to open it. It's really sad. We was a bit worried about the damage that might have been done to his eye, but it has healed okay now. He's just a little bit head shy near that eye. So this is him. We've called him Rolo because his brother's called Rocky. His name's actually Trevelyan Lucky Luke, and I think he definitely got lucky today.
This is me about to meet the horse I bought unseen for the first time ever.
Buying unseen is one of the best things I've ever done, but not without its challenges. For those of you who don't know, my name is Maisie and I bought an unseen Connemara last March from Ireland. So I'm going to give you a little recap of where we've got to so far. So here he is arriving on the box. We used Equestrian Transport, who are amazing, and I highly recommend them. We live up a tiny lane, so we had to walk him round from the car park. He was such a good boy this day. You could tell he was a bit anxious. Obviously, he's somewhere new, but I changed his rugs and we turned him out. He was skinny and ribby, which I was a bit gutted about, but kind of expected it. Obviously, travel can take it out of them as well, which I don't think helps. From day one, he has always been quite anxious, so my main priority here was to just get some weight on him and build him up to the point where we could actually do something with him. Here he is out with his new bestie for the first time ever. The first night he did actually go through the fencing because he was a bit stressed and he wanted a friend, so since then he just lived with Dinky because they're quite happy together. Not all of these are in order, but we got some weight on him and then started to work him in the school. He lunged and worked really well, and then my friend gave me a leg up, and here is me after he threw me off, looking stunning. Yep, he floored me as soon as my foot was in the stirrup. So I called in my instructor Laura and we went right back to basics. We removed all tack and we just focused on battling his anxiety and stress. A lot of his anxiety was actually around his tack. So when his tack was brought out, he would gulp almost like a windsock, and he would flop his bottom lip up and down when he had his bridle on, but only with the bridle on. You can see it in some of my previous videos. Anyway, I wish I filmed more, but I was kind of stressed thinking I've got this horse that I can't do anything with, so I didn't film a lot. But this was a few months later. We managed to get weight on him and calm him down so much. And the way he processes things now is amazing. We also used Equinutritive No More Nerve supplement, which has been insane and has helped him massively. We just did groundwork. We had absolutely no tack for months. At the end of the day, he is still a young horse and we are absolutely not going to rush him. Everything we've taught him on the ground are things that we can use under saddle. So like this, he changes the rein in walk and trot rather than stopping and then changing like you do on the lunge. We did so much legging up, leaning over, and he did lots of eating. We've had the physio, we've had the vet, and I bet they all live in mansions now thanks to my funding. At one point, the physio actually said he was going backwards and he seemed to be worse than the previous time she'd seen him. So I was absolutely devastated because we'd worked so hard. We got a second opinion from our vet who actually gave him the all clear. Just a couple of minor things to work on and said we could just carry on as we were. And everything has just got better and better since then. Here is the reintroduction of tack, which was interesting. This is actually a bareback pad. It is very lightweight and sits quite nicely on him. He was really happy in the walk and trot, but not so happy in the canter, and he bunny hopped for a few sessions. Just to say, he has been sculpted for ulcers and absolutely everything wrong, and there's nothing wrong with him. He just had a bad association with tack. But as you can see there, after a few sessions we managed to eliminate this, and now he walks, trots and canters under saddle like a total dream. With him being a young horse, he quite liked having someone next to him, and with him being anxious anyway, he liked me being next to him to look after him. So we did a lot of long reining to teach him some independence. This has massively helped with his confidence. We've had vet, physio, farrier, dentist, everything you can think of, you name it. And we've slowly introduced him to exciting things in the world that he's never seen before, which is definitely my favourite part. We've really built him up and built an incredible bond so far, and we've taught him a few things to help him feel in control. For example, he lines up at the block off signals. If he's not comfortable to do this, he won't do it. He does this when he's ready and in his own time. All of these things meant we could actually sit on him for the first time in December, which was one of the best days ever. He went like a total dream, and this is just how it should be. There shouldn't be any stress, anxiety or massive explosions from your horse. We've been taking things at his pace and taking things very slowly, and our ridden journey is well underway now. He also had a bit and bridle fitting with Ruth Fisher, which was incredible, and I highly recommend. It just means that we know everything is comfortable for him going forward and is the best start to his ridden education for the second time. I know some of the things that we teach him look good and probably don't mean a lot to people, but there's a reason for everything. For example, this hoop, it just looks silly that he'll go and stand in a hoop, but I can put this anywhere now and he will go and stand in it. For example, I can use this to put in a trailer if I want him to stay there, and he'll stand in there until he's told not to. The same with lining up. I can get him to line up against anything, which means I'll be able to get on from anywhere if we're out and about. We've worked so hard with Finn and seen some incredible results, and I couldn't do this without my instructor Laura. I'm so excited to continue sharing our journey with you all, and hopefully you'll see me in the saddle very soon.